everyone, Janie here. Welcome back and a huge welcome to Michael Glassman.
Greetings.
Thank you so much for doing this today.
It's my pleasure.
So today I have a special treat for all of you and for myself. Michael is a master pruner, Japanese maple pruner. How do I say that? You are a specialist.
I'm a specialist.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone has their specialty. Mine is I love to prune Japanese maples.
Yeah, they're a living art.
They're like, that's what I tell people. They're
Yeah.
living art. Acer palmatum, that's a botanical name. And they have such majesty.
No, and they're so intimidating.
They're so
Let me tell you, I'm sure a lot of you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I get so nervous when talking about pruning Japanese maple.
It's because they're very expensive and because they have such an interesting form, and most people, and I'm sure you've heard this before, but there's two kinds of pruning. There's heading off. It's where you cut the tops off and you make them into big round balls,
right.
topiaries, and you kind of control them. I always say they look like ottomans.
Yes, yeah.
Or there's thinning out, where you actually go in, you let the plant have its natural form, but you open it up, get rid of the crisscrossing branches, get rid of the dead wood, and you really embrace the natural form of the plant.
And that type of pruning almost looks like you haven't done anything.
Exactly. I just finished this morning. I've been working, some of my clients, I give them the opportunity, not big, as I'm dropping things. Some of my clients, I will, because I've been working with them for a long time, prune some of their specimen maples. I can't do it for everyone, and I can't do the tall ones because I don't want to get on the ladder. But because they're such specialty items, because they're so expensive, I offer that. And this is one of the clients that I've been coming every year and pruning. But the last job, this morning I came out there. I take one day, turn on my radio, my music, and I just bop out and prune.
You already pruned this morning?
I've already pruned this morning.
You are crazy.
Yeah.
You have so much energy.
Yeah, so I got up early in the morning, turned on the music, the homeowners left, and I did my pruning. And the thing was, when they came back, I walked them through, and they saw the dumpster with all of and they go, they don't look like they've been pruned. They don't look butchered.
But that's key.
That's the key thing.
That's the special thing, because I can do the topping off pruning and making it look like a lollipop. It's the intricate stuff that I think is so much harder. And I have tried to take Japanese maple pruning classes, and I've taken some really bad classes that I actually left halfway through. And I called Michael and I was like, Michael, I don't get it. And so that's why he said, okay, when it's time to prune Japanese maples, I'll take you guys through. And I think that this is, I mean, you're so good at communicating to people. So I'm really excited to hear about this.
And we're going to go through it. But one of the things that I said to Janie is, I'm not just going to bark idea of how to do it. You're going to actually pick up the shears and do it, because that way you'll actually learn for yourself. And the homeowners, my administrative assistant, I showed her last year how to prune a Japanese maple. She now does all of her friends. She does her own.
I mean, so nervous.
Yeah, but it's not that difficult. And in a way, there's no really right or wrong.
First, let's talk about when's the right time to prune a Japanese maple.
I like to prune, it's kind of twice. I like to prune them in the dead of winter or right as they're beginning to bud out.
Okay.
You can shape them a little bit in the middle of the year. It's not good to prune in the summertime.
Okay, so no pruning in the summer.
No, I don't prune in the summertime.
Right now, right when they're starting to
leaf out,
to open up.
Or you could even prune them in the middle of winter.
Okay. All right.
So I mean, and if they're just going crazy, you can do in spring, early spring, you can do a little bit of shaping.
Okay. So let's talk about tools,
yes.
because I know you feel very strongly about your particular tools.
I do.
Let me grab the camera and I'll show you guys a closer look.
Okay.
All right, Michael, we've got your tools all laid out, and now this is your pruning bag.
This is my pruning bag, and I always keep this in my car. So like when we're doing an installation and I'm placing plants for people, I just happen to even prune out their maples, prune out some of the other things to make them look beautiful. And so
secretly take a couple cuts.
This is my favorite kind of pruners because they're ratcheted. And
so what is the ratcheting makes it easier on your hands?
Exactly. Okay. So if you're just straight pruners, you have to have really strong hands. But these, because they're ratcheted, it takes a lot of the pressure off the hands.
Do you know what brand this is? Oh, this is that Wildflower that was at the show.
Yes, Seed and Tool.
They're based out of Napa.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, so Wildflower, Seed and Tool, these ratchet pruners, they also have these on long poles.
Poles, yes,
right?
for tall pruning. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I love these. you should really always wear gloves.
Yes.
And I get myself into trouble because I rarely use gloves. There's something
and he
about
gets cuts on his hands.
I
like,
get cuts in
Michael,
my
what
hand.
did you do?
I know, but in reality, you should wear gloves.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're doing pruning with something like a big maple and everything, long sleeve shirts, so your arm doesn't look like it was attacked by a cat.
Yes, that's probably a good idea.
And then what I also do is for big branches that I can't cut with my ratchet pruners, a pruning saw.
Okay, nice.
And then some people, if they have to get low to the ground, knee pads.
And let's talk about you like laying on your back and pruning underneath, like because when we say low to the ground, the trees that we're showing you all today, these are relatively easy, right?
Yes, they are.
But you have told me about some trees that you've pruned that you've literally been on your back.
On the Japanese maples that are the dissectum, those are the weeping ones. I did one last week for a client, and it literally was about 3 to 4 feet tall. It was about 4 feet tall, but it went all the way to the ground. The only way to prune it is I literally laid on my back and I was pruning up there, and she was cracking up, but it's the only way to do it.
Yeah.
And I love doing that and everything, because again, it's very cathartic for me.
Yeah. And Japanese maples, I think when they're pruned correctly, I mean, just like you said, they're art. They're literally art.
I'm going to send you a picture. In fact, I think I just sent it to you, the one I did this morning. And I've been working on this for like 3, maybe 5 years. And the silhouette of the structure is to die for.
Well, in our book, we included a picture of a completely deciduous Japanese maple. It had no leaves because it was just such beautiful structure that you and I thought we have to include this in our book. And it's just a bare branch, Japanese maple. So again, when you do it right, it's absolutely beautiful. So tell me about this guy right here. How long has this been in?
This has been in for at least 7 years.
Okay.
This is an Acer palmatum Acer palmatum, just a regular green leaf maple.
Okay.
And the thing about it is you can see it's got this really, and I've been working on these, it's got this really nice form.
So do you come every year? Once a year
for my clients.
Okay.
And yes, I can't do everyone, but I have selected clients that I like to work with.
You have favorites.
I have favorites. What can I say? So if we were going to prune this, looking at this, I would say a good 80% of this tree is in good shape. And it's like a haircut.
Okay.
We're going to give it a trim up.
Okay.
So we would start with, one of the things that I tell people is look for crisscrossing branches. Now you got to imagine sun comes in here, and if you've got all these crisscrossing branches, anything down here isn't going to get any light.
Okay.
So one of the things to look for that people don't realize is, and you were afraid, oh, I'm going to cut the wrong thing. See this, go close on this. See this branch? It's white.
Yeah.
It's dead.
Oh, yeah.
So the plant naturally will prune itself.
So you just took that off real fast.
I took it off.
Okay.
This one, it's another one.
So why is it dead?
It's dead because there was no light coming through, and so it didn't get any light. It didn't get the nutrients.
Oh.
So it damped. It's called dampening off. The tree naturally damped off. Look at this one over here.
Off. Okay.
It's dead.
So it's almost like survival of the fittest.
You got it. And so what you want to do is you don't want to just take a chainsaw and cut the top off.
Right.
What you want to do is come in here and clean them up. So for example, what I would do is I would start cutting these.
Okay.
Cut these off and open them up like this, dead. I don't even have to cut it, dead.
Right.
So what I'm doing is, and then if I'm looking at this branch here, which is growing, you can see into this one.
Yeah.
And it's kind of an administrative decision. Which one do I cut? This one over here is dead, so I just take it off. So it's like driving on the freeway. You're in your own lane. You don't want, it's like, get out of my lane.
Right.
This is my lane. Well, this branch here is already taking the space. So why would I keep this one, which is growing over it? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to just.
So this one was crossing into this guy's lane.
You got it.
Kind of like with roses.
With roses.
Yeah.
And then this branch is just damped off and it's just dead. I'm just cleaning it up and making it look better.
Okay.
Okay. Then we get into like this one over here, this one. Take it off.
Okay. So you're taking off all the little baby ones.
All the little baby ones. Some of the ones I will leave, but most of them are basically, so like this branch again is growing into the center of the Japanese maple.
Okay.
So again, we've got the tall ones. I don't want to take this out,
right,
but this is going to shade what's down here. So why would I have these little baby ones that are just going to dampen off by the tree, and it's just going to look very messy?
Interesting. Okay, got it.
So
got it.
now it's much more open and everything. Then I come into here again, dead. I don't even have to prune these. I just touch them and they come off.
Man, I think mine at home, I have a lot of dead on it. Yes. I'm going to go home and do this.
And the dead ones, just the tree itself is kind of pruned. And if people say, well, what does pruning do? It invigorates a plant.
Okay.
So this one is going to the center.
Yeah. So you're just taking it off.
I'm just taking it off.
Okay.
This one, again, is I cut these little ones up because it's not doing anything for the plant.
Right.
I do like the branching structure going this way.
Too, yeah.
So I'm not cutting that off, but this one's not doing me any good, so I'll take it off. And again, these are not shrubs. These are small, dramatic trees. So you don't want them to look like a big bush.
Which I think a lot of Japanese maples can look like
and
that.
Even the dissectum ones, the ones that weep, you want to see the form because that's what's the drama in them.
Right.
But you want to keep them full, but you don't want them just looking like a big mop head that you don't see anything.
This does look better already.
All right, so look at this one. So again, this one's dead.
Just pulling it off.
I just pulled it off, and I'm taking these and just cleaning these up.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to prune this one, and then the next one we go over to, Janie's going to prune.
No.
Yes, Janie's going to prune it, and I'm going to supervise.
You're going to supervise every cut.
Okay, so again, look at this.
Yeah.
Take it off, take it off.
Okay.
See this little piece here? Take this off, it's dead. Okay, what is this one?
Dead. So just take it off.
Dead.
Yeah.
Dead. Okay, you get two situations where you have two branches kind of on the same plane, but the tree is this one's already dead.
Yeah.
And what I would do here, okay, this is a perfect example. You've got this really strong leader over here, but then you've got this one growing into it.
It's crossing.
It's crossing. Yeah. Take it off.
Oh, you just took the whole thing off.
Take the whole thing off.
Okay. All right. So you're not doing any heading cuts?
No. The only time I would head something off, but I don't, I'll go back all the way to it, is this morning, the branches were hitting into the side of the house and also into the window. And it wasn't giving them enough light. So what I did was I didn't head it back. I went all the way down and I cut those branches off so that it grows a different direction, so it wasn't growing into their house.
So show someone what a heading, don't actually cut it, but show someone what a heading cut would look
so
like.
A heading cut would be that I actually would take this whole thing off.
Yeah, so you'd cut here, here, and here.
Right, and then you're left with the stump. And so what would happen then is, the minute you do that, in every one of these branches, you'll get a lateral growth, so it looks like a pom-pom.
Right. And that's not the look we're going for with this.
That's not the look. That's not the free, open, flowy look that you're going for.
Is that how you do cloud pruning?
That's how you do cloud pruning. And for topiaries, don't get me wrong, I love topiaries. And if you're doing the pruning of topiaries, then you're going to want to do heading back. Okay. Because you're going to want to keep
You want it to fill in.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So again, look at this. This is really good. You've got a V here, but this one in the center is doing nothing, so we're going to take it off.
And by doing nothing, you meant it just wasn't...
It was crowding the space, so again, it wasn't letting the light in to come in there and give the tree more. Having light and air circulation is the healthiest thing you can do for this plant.
Okay. It looks significantly better.
Yes, it's almost done.
Okay.
And then we're going on to the one that you're going to do.
So I'm noticing you're leaving a lot of the little twigs up top in the canopy.
Yes, and I do that and everything. I still open it up.
Okay.
So again, wherever I see crisscrossing branches, let me go move to...
Oh, that looks so good.
Doesn't it look good? I mean, all it did was it opened it up. Now, I could, and I will, this one is growing into the center. I want this more open, so I would take this one off.
Okay.
And if when you're pruning it makes you nervous, anyone, don't leave it.
Just leave it.
Leave it, and at a later date, you can always come back and prune that out.
Okay.
Or the tree on its own will prune it out.
How about this one?
Let me see. Hold on. Yes, I would definitely take that one. I would take that one out because what's happened is this has become a new leader. This one's not really doing anything, but you have this one. So here's an interesting choice. This is dead over here. So the choice would be, do you want this one over here pruned or do you want that one? And it could go either way.
Yeah.
I would take this one out only because if you're saying, how do you decide? Look at the caliber, the thickness of this is stronger than this. So I would leave the one with the bigger caliber.
Okay. But you could take this one out.
You could take that one out too, but I'm going to take this one out.
The middle one.
The middle one out.
Okay. Really pretty, Michael. I can see why people hire you to do this because it's very intimidating and it's very nerve-wracking that you're going to screw something so beautiful up.
Right.
But I think you're right. I think practicing over and over again is going to make it a lot easier.
Right. And the truth is, keep in mind, it's a living thing. It'll grow back unless you cut it down to the ground, it's going to come back. It's going to fill in. And then the only time that if you were to top this, it would take years, and that is years, to get a shape back that you would really like.
Right.
But if you cut one branch and you go, oh, I shouldn't have cut it, it's going to grow. You're going to get another one, another leader that's going to come and take its place.
So what would you say for people who have a relatively new, like say a 1-year-old Japanese maple?
Decide on, kind of look at it and decide what kind of a shape you want it.
Like which direction
Which
it's going to
direction,
go? Okay.
Kind of, do you want it to hang over a rock? Do you want it to be more upright? Do you want it to be more horizontal? And then you start working on that shape, kind of keeping it more open. These don't have to have a certain shape. What I'm doing is just cleaning them up so that they stay healthy and we open them up.
Do you ever watch bonsai videos on YouTube?
Yes.
I love watching bonsai videos. The bonsai masters and what they do and how they choose what to snip on their bonsais.
Absolutely.
And this is very similar to that. When you're talking, it reminds me of them making decisions on what to cut on their bonsais. So for all of you watching, if you want some really interesting things to watch on YouTube, go watch the bonsai people make bonsais out of like a random shrub. Like they'll go buy one shrub at the big box store and they'll make it into a bonsai and they'll make art out of it. It's absolutely incredible. Is it done?
I think I will look real quickly. I think this one, there is one. Let me take this branch off. Done.
Love it, Michael.
This one's done. And so again, it's just basically cleaned up, opened up. Oh, see, like I'll see this little. They're little, it's like you can get too anal.
Yep.
And spend, but the idea is to get it done. Now it's pretty.
Let me do a before and an after. Okay.
I want you to work on that one.
Oh,
yes, let's go work on this one.
Oh gosh.
This is easy. Okay, so this is the before. This is one I want Janie to work on. And this one's it's actually pretty easy because look at the form already. So if you're looking at this, look at all the dead wood.
Yes.
This is dead, this is dead. This is not going to be hard for you to clean this up. So let's start by pulling off all the dead wood.
Okay.
I mean, as I said, this one has pruned itself. Right. Because there's a ton. I mean, you can see there's a ton of dead wood in this.
Right.
Look at this whole branch here.
Not necessary.
Well, not necessary, but look at the branch itself and tell me. It's completely dead.
You're right.
So taking this one off is not a hard decision because it's already dead.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that was dead. Wow.
Done.
Oh my gosh, you're right. It's totally dead.
It's totally dead.
You guys, this is totally dead. I didn't even notice that.
So again, it's not like, oh my God, I cut the wrong. It's dead. It's gone.
Okay.
And the tree, that's what amazes me about this. The tree itself has pruned itself because all of this area in here, because of the way it is, hasn't gotten natural light. So it's dampened off and it's actually killed off the extraneous branches.
Isn't that interesting?
Isn't that interesting?
So do you ever worry about like what's going horizontal, what's going vertical?
I'll stand back and I'll look and I'll go, I like the way this looks. And there are times when you have to make an administrative decision.
Yeah.
Should I take this off? And that's the scary part. Occasionally you'll get to that and you'll go, oh my God, hopefully I didn't make a mistake. But you know what? That's part of pruning. There's a ton of dead in this, and so as you're looking at it going, all this little growth, there is no little growth.
Oh, look at
it's
that.
all dead. Yep, see?
It's dead.
Oh my God, this one already, standing back, this is already looking 100% better.
Does it look better?
Yeah, wait till you see it.
Okay.
In fact, it wouldn't even bother me to take this whole one out.
Oh, really?
Because again, all it's doing is crisscrossing everything else, and it'll open the plant up.
It's making it look a little messy.
Yes, yep, much better.
Better?
Much better. And then really the only thing left to do is a little bit of work in here.
Okay.
Wow, so much better, so much better. Okay, you're 99.9%. I mean, just stand back and look, and this is the secret. Then you stand back and say, is there anything else? And I don't see anything else that I would take out.
I think it looks good.
I do too.
All right, so here's the baby one.
This is a baby one. This is a dissectum that it grows down deep.
Oh, okay, so this is a weeping one.
A weeping one.
Okay.
So all I'm doing on this one is just taking out the dead.
Dead, yeah. Here's dead. Here.
Yep, that's a dead one. You can tell already. Take a dead one out. I would take this whole branch out and then clean up these. These are just rough.
So what happens if you don't prune?
Then what happens is you get a bunch of dead wood. It loses its shape, and eventually it really weakens the tree.
Okay. Okay, so we have a couple more. I will help you. I'm
Perfect.
going to help you so I have more practice. But yes, this looks really great. So just to kind of wrap it up, give people your top 3 tips for pruning a Japanese maple.
Thin out, do not head back.
Do not head.
Don't head it, don't cut the tops off of them. Go back in and open it up so you can embrace its natural form.
Okay.
Look for dead wood.
Okay.
Get rid of crisscrossing branches and open up the structure so that it gets natural light.
Okay.
Remember, we're embracing a maple because of its shape.
Right.
It's a natural piece of art.
Yes.
It's a living piece of art. So we want it to be artistic.
And don't be afraid.
And don't be afraid. And you know what? You're bound to maybe you might, when you first start out, cut the wrong branch out, but it'll grow back.
Okay. So don't be worried about it.
Don't be worried.
Michael, thank you so much.
Oh, it's my pleasure. This is fun.
You are such a master. There should be a certification on, is there a certification on pruning Japanese maples?
I have no idea. I know that there's not a lot of people that do it because it takes time, it takes effort, and surprisingly not, it's very artistic. I mean, you stand back and you go, I love the form of it. If you don't look at it as a piece of art, a living piece of art, you can start butchering it.
You really can. And I've seen some really butchered ones before. But I think this is really helpful. And I would say the best advice, I really fought Michael. I did not want to go out there and do this myself, and he forced me to.
Yes, I did.
He literally forced me to, but I have to say I'm glad I did because I feel a lot more comfortable, and I feel like I can go home and do my own. So huge thank you, Michael. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. I'm going to force Michael to answer them.
Absolutely.
All right, Michael, huge thank you. I hope you all enjoyed this and learned as much as I did, and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.